back in town, I will be reviewing the kind of new, came out a couple days ago, the update did, but it's for the Airshow Assistant, the air-to-air refueling. Seeing that it came out while I was down in Florida, as you may have noticed, I've had some videos of some launches go up. We still have one more put up that I have not yet. So be looking out for that one, another nighttime launch. But anyway, so yeah, they they put out this update for this air-to-air refueling. Miltech has one in the works, should be coming out pretty soon. But for the time being, if you already own the Airshow Assistant, you get this one for free. Don't know exactly what the difference is between the two. I don't really know much about Miltech, but once it comes out, Miltech one, I will do a review on it and maybe a side-by-side comparison as to which might work better for yourself and on your playstyle. Fortunately, this one does offer some pretty good customization features, so if you're not very good at air-to-air refueling, you can make it pretty easy, or if you want to make it pretty difficult and pretty realistic, you can switch it to that mode. So it does offer the boom or the drogue chute functionality, so it does not matter what type of aircraft you're in, you can definitely get your air to refueling, I cannot talk, your air-to-air refueling on, other than, like a commercial aircraft or anything like that. This is fighter jets and helicopters, stuff like that. You would naturally have air-to-air refueling capabilities on, although I think you technically can make aircrafts that don't normally have it work on here, but so anyway, let's hop right in. So go ahead and open up the Airshow Assistant feature. Should open. There we go. And you already know what all this other stuff is, more than likely. The other stuff's been out for a while. So on the air-to-air tab here, this is what you'll see. You'll fuel your fuel level, which I'm at 38% there, obviously. This circle means I am going to be using the boom. It'll look a little different for the drogue chute, which I'll be doing the demo for the drogue chute as well, so there's always that. But this is here for is if you need to configure it for some reason that your connection is not lined up correctly, you can click this button and you'll see where it's going to go in at, and then you can use the arrows here to maneuver this around so it will make sure it registers correctly to where the connection for this aircraft is. So far, the aircrafts I've all tried have worked flawlessly. They have been correct. So underneath that, you can change your airspeed tanker, which I'm going to go about 300 knots, and here you can pick out what type of tanker you need for this aircraft. I can only use the KC-46, and then here's your customization on your difficulties. So far I've just been doing pro. I don't feel like I'm an ace yet, but if you're very new, I recommend start off with rookie. It just makes it a little easier to grab a hold of the refueler, and it refuels faster and stuff like that. And all these slider difficulties you can find on their website. It tells you what the difference is between them, because there is quite a bit of difference. And then the request automatically, you can kind of see what this means. You put what fuel level you want it to be at, and it'll spawn whenever you hit that. For now, I'm just going to hit request now, and it will populate in front of you. And you can scroll back up. I'm just going to show this just so you can kind of use it or see this feature for yourself. I don't typically use it, but I will show you. So let's go ahead and open up our air-to-air refueling door. And the F-16, that's where it's at. Now you'll notice some of these, they automatically start refueling. A lot of the aircrafts on here will do that. There might be some ways to turn that off, although I think the F-16 only goes to 52%. Or maybe, no, yeah, there it goes. It's still going. I'm just in afterburner mode right now, so it's sucking down some fuel at the same time. For instance, like the F-22, for me, every time I open up the air-to-air door, it automatically starts filling up. By the time I get up to approach the tanker, it's already full. So I gotta figure out how to turn that off. Yeah, for the F-16, you can see there it did stop at 52%. So this feature I was talking about, I was going to show you, once you're back at the top, scroll to the top of the app, and you get close enough to the tanker, it will give you like a guidance system as to where you need to be at, so you don't break the connection. If you want to do it more realistically, you would just follow the guidance from the underneath the tanker belly, the lighting system. So let's go ahead and approach it. Normally you'd approach it left echelon. And as you can see, the tanker's going a little faster than 300 knots, what I asked it to do. Not sure why. Because the F-16 does not like to do 300 and about this without afterburner at this height. It's okay, we'll make it work. So just approach it nice and smooth. Get your aircraft under control. Approach it from below, of course. And once you're close, you just very gently on the throttle. Very, very small movements on it. If you'll see the belly there of it towards the front, as I've got the green lights. Once I connect, those will continue to guide me and let me know do I need to be up, down, or up more, down more, left, or right. We'll go out here and I can show you what it looks like. So there's the guidance system I was talking about. I can't do it from the outside. I can, just not from an angle. And until you get used to your aircraft, I recommend doing it from the exterior view. Ooh, I'm gonna get too hot. So you can see there is the lights I was talking about. Probably should have done the F-16 at a little lower altitude, so I'll have to keep going back and forth between low afterburner and regular, because it is right on that line of not wanting to hold the correct speed. And now that you're connected, you can continue to use these guidances. And you can also see on the left-hand side there, I am getting refueled. You see it leaking out just a little bit from where I'm stretching the boom almost past its point. I need to come up a little bit. There we go. Forward a little bit more. I need to go up and forward a little more. Not too bad. Sometimes I've noticed that it'll do a random disconnect like that. I don't know if it's something, a bug or what. I mean, I am pretty much pretty close to being on the edge here, but I don't think I'm that close. And also on the left hand side you can see its fuel flow per minute, how long till refueling. Right now it's kind of covered up by my guidance system there, but it's got 30 seconds till full. See if I can manage to one-hand it. Well, that didn't really work any. acts like I'm full, not too far back or something. I'm at 93%. Whoa. I guess it registers me being full. Ooh, hello, boom. As you can see, I'm not the best in the world. This is only like my third attempt. And then technically go right echelon, which I think this is, yeah, I think this is right echelon. And then you would break formation. This is usually when you have, more helpful when you have multiple other people with you flying in formation, and then you can turn it off. And that is how you refuel with the boom. And it's pretty simple, it just takes time. To me, the boom is a little easier than the drogue chute, and when we get there, I'll show you why. Well, I don't know, it might be easier because you can kind of see what you're attaching to. I don't know, I guess it's all experience. But next up, let's hop in the F-35. Let's do the F-35 and let's do some refuel. Alright, here we are in the F-35B, and this time we'll be doing the drogue chute as I just mentioned. So here's where that difference is with this one I showed you. I was talking to you about a drogue chute. Same thing as with this one. You would push that button and you can align it to wherever it's supposed to be at for wherever your refueling arm is located once extended. And for the most part, everything else is still the same as well. Set your airspeed, and you can see this one's a little different, so you can do a drone refueling, or you can do the standard IL-78, which that's what we're going to use for this one. And you can save all this stuff, I do believe. I've never actually tried to save it, so you don't have to do it every time. I'm not sure. This one will do a request automatically. Let's see, we are at 40%, so let's do it automatically did it. I think you'd really want to do that when you're on the ground before you go below 50%. So, but yeah, so there's our tanker, and the same thing as the guidance with this, but I'm going to turn it off. So here's our tanker. I'm going to start approaching it. We'll go ahead and extend our arm. Speed with our arm extended. Sorry about that. We'll slow back up a little bit. Here's where you do your pre-contact radio-wise and all that, and click that. That is something I think the Miltech one is going to have, is it's going to actually have radio communications. I'm sure it's, you just press certain buttons. I'm sure you don't actually talk to it or anything physically. That'd be cool if you did, but I doubt you will. But it'll have probably buttons and stuff you press to talk to it, to call one in and navigate with it and initiate fueling procedures and stuff like that. So it'll probably be a little more in depth in that aspect. Visually wise, it may not be a whole lot different, but it'll probably be more immersive, I guess is a good word to use. This tanker is going just fast enough to be right at my overspeed. I should have changed the speed of it. It's okay, we'll go over speed just for a little bit. Fortunately, this is just a simulator. And this one does have 3 booms, or 3 drogue chutes, so you can use multiple ones. I'm gonna go for this far left one over here. It can be hard to judge where this thing actually is in relation to your aircraft because it is a 2D view and not 3-dimensional, so you're trying to aim for something off to your side just by a couple feet, and you're not sure if you're too far over, too far up. It can be a little difficult. And sensitive too, if you're in the right aircraft. Try to get level with it like I was doing, but I was pushing a little too much on my stick. It only takes very small maneuvers, very, very small. Be very gentle, very easy with your throttle. I just barely missed it. If you're on rookie, that would have probably maneuvered over and kind of got it and captured it for me. Being on pro, you've pretty much got to nail it for the most part. It has a little bit of assistance in there. And then obviously expert or ace or whatever it is, ace is going to be you've got to pretty much nail it. I don't know why, but I always find the Drogue shoot a little more complicated. I guess because with the boom, there's a little more, you can make a few more errors because they also control the boom from within the airplane or the reef tanker and can help guide it to where it needs to be. But with the Drogue shoot, it's pretty much just there. You've got to just target it yourself. And then once you are connected like so, you'll see in the indicator up in front of me, green is good. And then you'll notice it'll change if you get too close or too far back. Getting a little too close right there. Whoa, what just happened? Now that we are reconnected after that little glitch, we are taking on fuel. Close. Almost done. And there we go. We are refueled. We'll close our arm and say goodbye. Until next time, that is. So that is how you use the air-to-air refueling with the Airshow Assistant, which can be bought on the Microsoft Store itself or from their website. I can't remember how much it is. I think it was like $20, $25. It may not even been that much, but if you don't have it, I recommend it because it does have a lot of other cool features, such as the smoke for aerobatic smoke. It works way better than any of the stock smoke features that the other airplanes have. Then it has the flares to where you can add shooting off flares to your aircraft with a single button press. Then it has formation flights, which recently they've added it to have up to 11, and you can also customize which types of aircraft it is that you want to be flying with. So you can do heritage flights, which are pretty neat. I've done a couple of them, and just whatnot. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, if you don't have the Airshow Assistant, it does add a bunch of neat features that are pretty cool, fun to play around with. So I do recommend picking it up, and now especially that it has air-to-air refueling. I don't know if it works multiplayer yet. I can't remember if it said that on their website or not. It probably does say it on there if it works multiplayer wise. I mean, of course you can't call it in and somebody else use it. I wouldn't think. I mean, of course, they would have to have the Airshow Assistant in the first place so they could have the models, but I don't know if you could call it in. If you both have it and either one of you could use it, I don't know. That would be something to test out or read if it says it on their website. But yeah, I hope you like this short little video just demonstrating this neat little add-on. If you did like, please like, subscribe, comment if you wish to see anything new, and thanks to all the subscribers for staying active with me and asking questions. I enjoy answering them to the best I can. If I ain't sure, I'm going to look it up, do some research, and if I still can't figure it out, I'm just going to flat out tell you I don't know. So yeah, but I appreciate everybody for having this a little time here to watch this, and as always, safe flying.